Hi everyone, it's Jenny from the YMCA of Eastern Ontario. Today I'm here to bring you an exercise program that's going to use a stability ball and a mat. So those are the two things that you'll need. So we're going to start just with a nice little warm-up, and we're going to use our stability ball throughout the entire workout. So we're going to use it for our warm-up as well. So just holding onto your stability ball, I just want you to bring it into a high knee. So we're going to try to tap the knee with the ball. So we're just holding that ball out front, gently just warming up through our shoulders as we start to warm up through our hips and our upper body. Good. Now start to raise the ball overhead. Knee taps, overhead reach, warming up the shoulders. Good. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release down, just roll the shoulders for a moment. We're going to take our feet just a little bit wider than hip width apart. And we're going to do a little rotation, warming up through our core. Arms to the front, you're going to rotate to one side and then to the other. Now notice my feet. As I rotate, I'm lifting the heel, pivoting through the foot. So wherever your hip goes, your knee follows and your heel lifts. Good. 4 more. 4. Nice and tall. 2. And 1. Good job. Now, just nice and easy here with the legs. We're going to circle the ball. Nice big circle. Reach up overhead. A little demi squat as we come down. Reach up overhead. Demi squat. So it's like a half squat. 1 more here. And rotate the other direction. Coming down and up. Down and up. Good. 2 more. 2. Last one here. Excellent. And release down. Just holding the ball. We're going to lift the heels up and down. Just a little calf raise to warm up our ankles. Good. Stability balls themselves are not super heavy, but when we're holding them out, they can get to be a little bit heavy. So take a break anytime you need to. 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Just shake out the legs, shake out your arms. When we're holding the ball in front of us, we're having to use a little bit of our chest just to keep some pressure on the ball. So we're going to come into a squat position. So our feet are just beneath the hips. Our arms are going to be out front here, and we're going to come into a squat. So I want you to sink back and down into the hips and up. Down and up. Good. So we're sinking those hips back and down like we're going to sit into a chair. You can imagine having a wall in front of the ball, or you can use a wall and just roll that ball down the wall as you come down and up, keeping the arms at the same distance so that we make sure that our chest is not falling forward and we're not shifting too far back and our knees are not coming forward. 2 more. Good. Last one here. Good. Take a moment, release, roll those shoulders, and we're going to do a second set, but we're going to add on to it a little bit. So what we're going to do as we come down into our squat, we're going to bring the ball down to the floor, reach the ball up overhead as we come out of our squat. Down and up. Good. So like you're putting something up in a high cupboard, down and up. Putting away groceries maybe, pantry items. Good. 4 more. 4. Making sure we're engaging the glutes. Core is engaged. 2 more. 2. Last one. Good. And release. Again, just roll those shoulders back and down. Reset. We're going to get a little bit of a rotation now with our squat. So you're going to squat down to the side, come back to center. Squat down, reach that ball to the side, come back to center. Squat, little rotation. Good. Going at your own pace here, take a little bit of extra time if you need it. And if you can't touch the ball all the way down to the floor, that's okay. You can just hover above the floor if you need to, especially when we're adding that rotation. It's adding a little bit of balance. 2 more. 2, Good, one more. Excellent, good. Really shake it out. So that is going to lead right into our next exercise, which is a wood chop. Works the obliques, works our core. Again, make sure that you're mindful of your feet. We're gonna do a rotation. We're gonna come down like we did for that squat. And then as we come up and over, my back heel lifts because my hip is turning. Okay, so it's going to be down, up and over. When you're ready, join in. Go at your own pace. Again, we're keeping the knees soft throughout the entire movement. Think about reaching those arms as far away from you as you can. Working across the entire body. 2 more on this side. 2 and 1. Good job. Release back to center for a moment. Shake it out. And we're going to take that over to the other side. So again, same thing. We're going to come down into that rotation. And then as we lift over, we're lifting that heel as we twist through the body. Ready? Here we go. So reach down, arms long and extend. Down and extend. Good. You got it. So we've got a nice little arc with the arms. Core is engaged. Think about pulling that belly button gently towards the spine. You should still be able to breathe. Got 2 more. 2 and 1. Perfect. And release. Roll those shoulders back again. Now we're going to do that again, but this time we're going to add a little bend with our arms. So you're going to come down, bend the arms so we're coming straight up, and then press overhead. Okay, so instead of the arc, it's going to be a press. Ready? Here we go. So down and up. Good. So it's like you're reaching for something, putting it up on that high shelf. Down, close to the body, press overhead. Good. The feet are doing the same thing. We're pivoting as our hips turn, protecting the knees. Good. 4 more this side. 4, 3, 2 more. 2. Last one this side. And we're going to get ready to take that right over to the other side. So take that little break in the middle if you need it. Here we go, other side. Down and up. Pulling that ball in close to the body and press overhead. Down, close to the body, press. Good. You're halfway. 4. Really focusing on core stability here. Last one. Good. And release. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do can be a little bit of a challenge, so I do recommend that if you have a wall nearby, you can use that. Oops. We're going to come into a single leg squat. So with this one, your one leg is going to be on the ball. It should be a fair amount back, because when we come down, we want to make sure that our front knee is not coming over the toes. Okay, so, and I'll give you an option as well, modification for this, if this balance is not for you. Ready? Here we go. So you're going to come down and up. So we're loading our front leg. Again, use a wall for balance or balance aid. If you want to challenge your balance, you can bring the hand off. And if this is not for you, you're going to come into a regular lunge. So whichever option works for you. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to switch sides. So we're going to take that opposite foot, slide that ball back. So we have a nice big step here. Again, using your balance aid as needed. 3, 2, and let's go. Lower down and up. Feel free to adjust it as you get into the movement and finding where you can find your balance. You probably have one side that's a little more balanced than the other, and that's okay. Just do what you can. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Release. Coming back to our first side. Round 2. Again, use that regular lunge as an option if you need to. Ready? 3, 2, and let's go. Lower down and up. Down and up. Find a spot, unmoving, that you can stare at to help you balance. Good, we're halfway. Coming just as low as you're able to, so maybe you can do a half lunge here, or maybe you can do the full one. 2 more. 2, and last one. Good. Last time on the other side. Getting yourself set up, nice big step. Ready? Toes pointing forward. Let's go down and up. Down and up. Core is engaged. Upper body is nice and still. We're not leaning forward or back. Good. Halfway. 5, 4, and you can take it slower if you need to. 2 more. 2, and 1. Good job. Come on back. Shake it out. We're going to come down to the floor now. So you're going to grab your mat. Now, if you do have carpet or something that is not super slippery, you may not want to use the mat for this one. But, or if you have a slippery floor where your mat is going to move, just do it on the floor instead. So what we're going to do is a glute bridge. So we're going to come and put that stability ball on our backs and walk our feet out a little bit. So our hips are down, and then all we're going to do is lift the hips up and down. Lift up and down. So we're squeezing the glutes. The stability ball adds a little bit of extra work through the core because now we have to balance through this single spot. Good. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Release, relax. I like to kind of roll up for my rest so that I'm supported through the lower back, but you can come to a seated position if you need to. Okay, and then when we're ready, we're going to do another set. We're going to change it up a little bit. So we're walking out into that glute bridge position. If you want to, hands can be behind the head to support your neck. We're going to lower, lift, and then if you can, lift one knee. Lower, lift, lifting the other knee. So you're going to notice that your balance is thrown off quite a bit here by lifting that single knee. So if that is too much for you, you're going to do a calf raise instead. So you're going to lower, up, lift the heel, and down. Lower, lift, heel, and down. You can also do a tap out instead of the lift. Down, up, tap out, and in. 1 more each side, choosing whichever version works best for you. Last one, lift, in, and down. Perfect. Coming all the way down to your mat. We're going to come into a laying down position. This one is fun. If you know me, then you know that fun means it's going to burn. So what we're going to do is a hamstring curl. So we're laying down, upper body is completely relaxed here. Our feet are extended on the ball, okay? So when you fully extend your legs, your feet should be about the middle of the ball. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift the hips. This in and of itself is hard enough. So if you need to just stay here with some lifts, feel free to do so. If you're ready to take it up into a hamstring curl, what we're going to do is we're going to bend the knees, pull the heels towards your bottom, extend out. We're keeping the hips lifted the entire time. In and out. In, keeping your feet flexed and out. In and out. Good. Control movement here. We're going nice and slow. 5 more. 5. 4, 3, One more to go. Last one here. Good, and release it down. You may want to hug your knees in, one knee at a time or both knees at the same time, just to release through our glutes and lower back. Give a little break for our calves, which you probably felt, and our hamstrings here, which you probably felt. If you do get a cramp while doing this, it's pretty common, especially when you're first starting. Take a little break, then get back into it when you can. Round number 2, starting by lifting our hips up. Ready? And let's go. Heels in and out. Hips lifted and out. And out. Good job. Keep breathing. Good. You're halfway. You got it. You can do it. 5 more. 4. Remember, take a break anytime you need to. Listen to your body. 3. 2. 1 more. Last one. Perfect. And release. Awesome. Again, just relax for a moment. Allow those muscles to release. We're going to come now into a back extension. So this one, you're going to want your mat here just to support your knees. And we're going to come prone onto the stability ball now. So we're going to lean forward over it. Knees connected to the ground. Laying your belly here onto the ball. So easiest option here is going to be almost like a tabletop position. We're rounding forward, lifting up. Okay, down and up. We're going to be working through the erector spinae and through the back. We're going to get a little bit through the glutes as well. If you want to take this up a level, you're just going to take your feet out wide, shift a little bit forward on the ball so that we get a little bit more extension. Okay, so we're going to do 10, ready, and let's go. Take it down and up, down and up. If you want to, elbows here by the side. If you find that you're having any back issues or that this is too difficult for you, you can also place your hands on the ball and support your upper body. Almost like a little mini cobra or sphinx for yoga. 2 more. 2 and 1. Good job. Take a moment. Just release back so that we can relax through the back and get ready for round 2. So when you're ready, again, you can keep the knees down for an option, coming to the toes as your option, and hands or wherever you would like them to be. Ready? Here we go. You can come down and up. If you find that this option here is too easy, you can extend the arms out, adding a little bit of weight and resistance to the upper body. Good. Halfway. 4. Make sure you have that little pause at the top. 2 more. 2 and 1. Good job. Release. Again, just relax back for a moment as we get ready for our next exercise, where we're going to do very similar to that, but the opposite part. So it's like we're taking a Superman and splitting it into 2 different exercises. So with this one, I'm going to move the mat just because the floor here is a little bit better for me, but use your mat if you would like to. So with this one, we're going to come, so our hands are now on the floor, and we're still prone on the ball, and our belly is supported by the ball. So you'll notice my feet are extended out nice and long. The easier option is going to be lifting, alternating legs, okay? If you want to take it up a level, you can lift both legs up and down. You may have to come a little bit more forward on your ball to lift both legs just to find your balance point. So whichever version you would like to do, I'm going to do alternating for the first, double for the second. Ready? Here we go. We're going to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Making sure that we're squeezing through the glutes as we lift. Good. So we're doing 10 in total, 5 each side if you're doing alternating. Keeping that gaze just towards the floor. 1 more each side. Good. And just release. So just allow yourself when you're relaxing to just kind of melt forward, releasing through that lower back and through the glutes. And then we're gonna get ready for set 2. So again, I'm gonna demonstrate this set with both legs. You can feel free to stay with your single legs as needed. Ready? 3, 2, and let's go. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 3. Again, having that little pause at the top, squeezing the glutes, we're halfway. Good, 4 more. 4, and working with your own range of motion. Maybe you can only lift just a little bit, that's okay. 2, do what you can do. Last one. Good, and release. So just take a little break here. Now we're going to do some decline push-ups with our ball. So you can do this if you'd like to without the ball. You can do wall push-ups if you need to, if you're working up towards push-ups. But I will say that these push-ups I find easier than a regular push-up. So we're again going to come forward a little bit onto your ball. So the easier option is going to be with that ball right underneath your midsection, and we're going to bend and press. It's going to be just a very small press. It's going to just work through the shoulders, through your chest. If we want to make that a little bit harder, you're going to walk a little bit forward. Okay, and then same thing, except now as we come down, the legs are lifting. And again, if you want to make that harder, walking out a little bit further. So I'm going to come back a little bit so we have some space here. So again, you can have your ball just underneath the hips or walk it out further to make it a little bit harder. I'm going to do the first one from the hips. You can feel free to do whatever you feel like. Ready? 3, 2, and go. So we're going to lower down, press up. Lower down, press up. 3, 4. If you need to, you can always go a half range of motion to work up to it. Good, 4 more. 4, 3, making sure that we're still squeezing the glutes, keeping the core engaged. Last one here. Good, and release. Take a little break, relax the arms, shake them out, shake out the wrists. For round 2, I'm going to try to challenge myself a little bit, walking out a little bit further, so you can choose where you would like to be here. But I encourage you to challenge yourself, try it out, try it a little bit further, maybe from the knees or from the calves or ankles. Ready? 3, 2, and let's go. So you're going to come down and up. 2, 3, keep breathing. Halfway. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, walk it back, release it, and also gently fall to the side to release yourself from that. The last one that we are going to do is called a twist or a Russian twist. So we're going to come back into that glute bridge position where we have our upper back connected to the ball. Our feet again are walked out, hips are lifted. We're going to extend our arms out in front of us, just over the chest. And you can clasp your hands or just keep them all pointed, keeping your neck nice and neutral. Slowly, you're going to twist to one side so that your shoulder is coming onto the ball and your back is lifting. Back to center. Twist to the other side. Back to center. So you should be able to see in the mirror that my shoulder is lifting, back is lifting as I twist. And back to center. Good. Take your time with this one. Be really aware of where your body is. If you need to readjust where your body is, feel free to do so. We don't want to be falling off of the ball. One more each side. Good. Last one. And release. Again, just relax here. Relax the shoulders. Just taking a moment, catching your breath. We're going to do our last set of those. So take a breather. When you're ready, rolling yourself back out, hips are lifted, arms to the front, Ready, and let's go. So you're going to twist to the side, back to center. Twist to the side, back to center. We're going to work through our obliques here and our stabilizer muscles. Good. Breathing. You don't need to rush through this one. We've got 4 more. 4, 3, 2. You can take a longer pause in the middle if you need to. Last one. Good. And release. Okay, coming up to standing. We're just going to take a quick moment here to stretch. We're going to use our ball again to stretch. So I want you to take your feet just a little bit wider than your hip width apart, okay? We're going to hinge forward from the hips, placing our hands on the ball. And then I just gently want you to walk the ball away from you so that we're going to get a nice little stretch through our hamstrings, back of the legs. And we're going to get a lovely stretch in through our shoulders and our chest by pressing our chest down towards the floor. Allow your head to just drift between your arms. I love this stretch. It's so good. Good. Gently lifting the head, pulling that ball just a little bit back towards you. And we're going to walk that ball now over towards your left side. And then just extend your arms here. So with this one, we're going to get a stretch in through the arm, down through our obliques, and into the hip. We're also going to be getting a little bit more of a stretch through the inner thigh on your left side. So think about extending nice and long through your lines. Good. Gently coming back to center. And then just walking that ball right over to the other side. Again, extending nice and long. As you hold the stretch, you may be able to take it a little bit further. So don't force it. We shouldn't have any pain while we're stretching or while we're exercising. So do listen to your body. If you do have any pain, please stop what you're doing. A little bit of muscle fatigue is okay. A little bit of burning in the muscles is okay. And we shouldn't have any pain. Good, coming back up. Now again, you may want to use a wall for balance for this one. We're going to do just a little stretch through our quads. So lifting that foot up onto your ball, knee just beneath the hip, and then I want you to think about squeezing the glutes, pushing your hips slightly forward, and we'll get a nice little stretch in through our hip flexor and our quad here. If you want to, you can reach the same arm up and back, extending that nice long line.
Okay, I will just look. Okay.
Good, and release. Then we're going to take that to the other side. So again, placing that foot just on top of the ball, wherever is comfortable. Knee beneath your hip. Thinking about squeezing that glute, pushing the hip slightly forward so we bring that stretch into the hip flexor. And then if you'd like to, reaching up and back. Good, and release. Excellent. Just from here, just allow your ball to sit to the side. We're going to take a nice big breath, so wide feet. We're going to soften the knees. Inhale, circle our arms up nice and tall. As we exhale, we're going to drop your left arm down to the left side, so we get a nice little stretch through the side. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, dropping right hand down, extending through that left. Inhale, back up, nice big reach, reach, reach. And exhale, release it all the way down. Excellent work today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.